If I decide that I've been in that boat.
Okay, get out the boat. Get back on this boat.
No, I had a job.
And you quit.
And no, I didn't. I resigned.
That's quitting.
It's not quitting. Quitting is I can't do the job. Resigning is I give my job back to you. I don't want it no more. No, that's the difference. I have no problem with somebody quitting the job.
So, because it was killing you.
It's
So
killing
why
me.
did you apply to the same job again?
Let's begin now.
Got my first job at Comcast. Mm-hmm. You was charging me $300 a month. Okay, what were you doing with that $300?
You got some daggone trust issues.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm going to tell you something. You can't.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Well, I'm Mike. This is my beautiful mom, Linda.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mike and His Mom Show. I am...
You don't know who you are?
You're handsome,
OMG. Go ahead.
tall,
Ain't nothing tall about you.
dark,
He's not tall.
slim, host, Mike Banks. This is my beautiful mom. Hard worker, charismatic, funny, a little annoying at times. Linda, let's give it up for Mike and his mom, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
How was your week?
My week was wonderful. How was yours?
All right, I need a little bit more.
Like what? What do you want to know?
What made your week wonderful?
Getting up every morning.
One of them shows.
It's gonna be one of them shows. I had a good week. I had some little challenges, but for the most part, it went smooth. It went well. Working through a couple of things, and it is what it is.
Okay.
Okay. How was your
Let's
week?
get to my week.
How was your week? Let's listen to your week.
Have you ever experienced? How can I ask this question?
Just ask it.
No, because it's not that black and white.
Okay.
How do you feel about that thing? God is so good.
Oh,
How do you feel about?
Wait, was this about how your week was?
Yeah.
So now you go. Okay, come on. Let's see what it is.
How do you feel about people doing stuff for you that you didn't ask them to do? In general.
It all depends on what it is.
Providing a service. Hey. This is so good. If I send Trisco to you, remember Trisco?
To wash the car?
Right.
Uh-huh.
If I send Trisco to Aberdeen to come wash your car, how would you feel?
Fine. It'll be okay.
Okay. Now, if I send Trisco to Aberdeen to wash your car, and I say, hey,
And I gotta pay
can you
for it?
send me the money?
Oh no, that ain't how you do things.
Okay.
How you want to send somebody somewhere to wash my car?
Hold that thought.
Okay, all right.
Hold that. So I'm working. I go to work. I go to work, and my routine is pretty much the same. I go to work, I come home, I go to the gym, I eat, do that. It's probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I come home, I eat real quick, I go to the gym.
Right. All right.
Now, normally when I go to the gym, I walk directly across the street, and depending upon what the workout is, I either walk back across the street or I run home.
Mm-hmm.
I run a half a mile home around the neighborhood. This particular day, I decided to run a half a mile around the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I'm running up the street and I come back down, I notice some gentleman out there cutting my neighbor's grass.
Right.
And I say, oh, okay. Speak, come walk down the street. And as I get closer to my house,
You got your grass.
I see that my grass is getting cut. A service which I did not ask for.
And a service.
Oh, slow
Go
down.
ahead.
I'm not.
Go ahead. Let's have it.
So, because that's not the story, or the point of the story. When they cut the grass, they cut the front and they cut the back.
Right. Something wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong.
Oh,
with
okay,
that.
great.
Nothing wrong with that.
They do a good job?
Yeah, they do an excellent job.
Oh, okay.
So I go to bed, get up, go to work next morning.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gym again, and I come back. I'm sitting on the porch, talking to a friend, and my neighbor pulls up. Honking the horn, hey, come here. And she informs me that her cat died in my backyard.
Man, cut him?
No, that's not why.
Oh.
So I asked her, well,
What was he doing in my backyard? That's what you said.
Well, I always seen the cat just walking around. He was sometimes just sit on the porch. I don't understand why cats do that. But so she asked me what I'm gonna do about it.
What you mean?
And I asked her, what you gonna do about it?
How she know the cat died in your backyard?
That's the way it was at.
So she saw the cat out there dead and didn't get it.
She's not the only person who saw the cat out there dead.
Who else saw the cat?
And didn't say nothing.
Who? The man cut the grass?
The man cutting the grass.
Well, he cut around?
Had to see the cat and not say
Maybe
nothing.
he died after that.
It was the same day.
Okay, he could have died after the man cut the grass.
The cat's been laying there for a minute.
How you know?
Because you can smell it. The day he cut the grass, the cat had grass on it. So as I'm walking down the street, and this is why I'm connected to the man cutting the grass. I'm walking down the street and I speak to him, and he mentions nothing about the cat being in the backyard, which is odd to me.
Well, wait a minute, how she know he was out there dead? That he was covered with grass?
I don't know how. She must have seen it. I don't know how she knew that. Yeah, she had to see it. Because when I came home, they were knocking on the door, but I was asleep. To tell me that it was out there.
Why did you go get it?
Who? The neighbor?
Her, yeah.
She said she was too scared. And I told her, I'm too scared. So she said, ask my grandson. No, I knocked on the door.
She said, ask her grandson?
Yeah.
Where was she at?
She was sitting in the car.
Why did she go knock on her own door?
I don't know. But before I got to the door, he was already coming outside. So he got it up.
What do you do with it?
They said animal control couldn't come get it because it was in the yard. It has to be outside the yard because they can't.
So what do they do? Put him outside the yard?
They put him in the gutter, in the trash bag.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he gone. Okay. So rest in peace. That's a horrible way to die though.
What? Getting cut by grace?
No, in the heat under the steps.
He was under the steps?
Yeah. Well, not. He was leaning like.
On the steps?
No, he was under the steps, but not far.
So he wasn't in the grass?
No.
What the grass man got to do with that?
Because he had to see him there.
Okay.
Let me know it's a dead animal in my backyard.
How did you know that? You sure already know it's a dead animal in your backyard. You probably figured you knew. How would he supposed to know you didn't know? That's not his responsibility.
I think it died from, well, I'm not going to say that, but I think it died from the heat. Because he was laying out as if he was.
Was this his ninth life?
He was laying out as if he was asleep.
Maybe he was.
But I don't know. So that was my week.
So how long he been out there?
It was more than a day or two.
How you know?
That's what they said.
Who? The autopsy people?
No,
right. Like they know that. That's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out. They knew that they were on the day too. They ain't never get him. Why they ain't tell you? See, listen to what they saying.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the autopsy people. I'm just trying to be smart now.
I don't know.
They say he was out there more than a day or two. That means they seen him out there more than a day or two dead. They seen him out
So
there.
they should have just got him and not told me?
It's their cat. Why they didn't tell you 2 days ago he was out there dead? He comes over there. He comes in your yard without asking you.
That's true. But that was my week.
What did I do with somebody sending you services and?
Well, because I didn't want to get. Well, I was going to mention the fact that you send this man over here to cut the grass.
Every 2 weeks he comes to cut the grass faithfully.
Right, but the least he could do is let me.
He got him. The least you could do is pay for it.
See, I won't go there.
No, what he's doing a service. He don't have to tell you. First of all, he might have thought you.
Have you ever seen a dead animal before?
I said, remember the other one died right there in the gutter.
No, I don't remember.
The black one. The black cat used to always stand up on the tree when I come home. He knew I was scared of him. And he would come sit on the porch.
He died in front of the house?
Yeah, he died right there in the gutter.
Did you call somebody? Who cat was that?
I don't know who cat that was.
And you know what it made me think of?
What?
The day Junie dog died.
Who, Sheba?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I was over there, and he went out back.
The dog was dead?
And he came back in just crying. Oh, I ain't. Never mind.
You didn't understand.
No, I didn't know what was wrong.
Oh.
He didn't say nothing.
Oh.
And he just started kirking out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's like, Sheba died. I was like, oh.
I still don't understand.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. Well, I don't because I've never experienced it. But they say.
It's just like their family.
Right.
Child, yeah.
I would never. And some people, like once they have an animal or a dog, especially, and the dog dies, they don't want to get another one because they don't want to go through that pain again.
Right.
So no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. My work week was interesting.
Okay.
Remember the story I told y'all last week about the sales competition?
Did you win? What place you come in?
We'll find out Tuesday. As of yesterday, I was in second place, and the guy was only like a few points ahead of me. So hopefully I did enough
To take number one.
Friday.
Okay.
So we'll find out Tuesday.
Are y'all off Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
If I do, it will be a very nice birthday gift to myself.
Okay.
I'll get bonus money, and I'll get a prize either way. I get bonus money either way, but the
You
extra
get extra bonus money.
just extra something we fighting for. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Right.
So my mother had a list of topics she wanted to cover because of some events that took place in our family over the weekend. So I'll let her.
Oh, so no,
Take
you
it
go
up.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Of course.
Of course. No. Okay. So I posed.
I used to tell me to go ahead and you.
No, because of course. I mean,
All
of
right.
course. I posed some questions to Mike, a little bit smaller than what he was, handsome, whatever, all these things he said. Anyway, I said to him, "How long do you stay in the pain? How come we can easily tell someone else to let go and we still hold on to issues? And I care enough to let go so I can live." So that's kind of the things that I brought to your attention. And I think one of the things when we was talking about what was going on, and I made a statement about, people being traumatized and letting go and, things like that. It's just moving on because it's just over it after a while. You just get over it, And I just thought about it. Well, how long do you stay in pain? You said something not too long ago, before we cut on a camera, about some people choose to stay in pain. Some people want to feel the pain, and I just found it interesting for me in my life. I've dealt with some different issues of pain, and I felt like here lately I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to let go of something, I need to let go of it. If I want to get through it, I got to let go. And you hear the Bible says this too shall pass, and that was what I kept thinking about. How does it pass if we don't let go of it? Why do we keep rehearsing the same thing when we can give somebody else advice about a similar issue? It's not the exact same issue because it's in our life, but a similar issue might be dealing with different people, and we can tell them, oh, do this, and we don't do it ourselves. So what you got to say about that? And y'all can chime in and put some little question marks or questions or some little,
So what was the first question?
I don't know. Oh, well, on here I asked,
Yeah.
I said, how long do you stay in the pain?
How long do you stay in the pain?
There you go.
Well, I'll say this. To answer the question directly, you stay in it as long as you choose to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's one blanket answer. I think it depends on what caused the pain.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
And what area the pain is in. So, meaning pain from a breakup isn't the same as pain from
A loss of life.
I won't go that far, but
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Your business not going, you having your business failing or something. So the pain is way differently depending upon what the pain is and where it is coming from. I'm the one who said off camera, sometimes I choose to stay in pain.
Okay.
No, because you said it like, I don't know, you heard it somewhere. And
Well,
you heard
I
it
said
from
we
me.
something off camera. No. Okay.
But what I mean by that is, I think you fall victim to this, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
That some people just let it go or think they let it go.
Right.
And don't allow themselves to actually feel what it is that they're going through, to actually feel the pain. The pain.
Because the pain already hurts. So if you want to actually really feel it, for real feel it, it hurts more. So if you're already in a situation where you're hurting, and because I'm speaking for myself now, why do I want to even feel more of it? But sometimes you gotta feel what you're saying. You gotta feel all of it to let it go.
Thank you. That was my next statement.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what we do, or this is what I've done as well. Is when we go through. I've said this on here so many times, and maybe today it'll sink in. I learned this I learned it by going through therapy. I didn't learn it in therapy. I learned it by going through the therapy process, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Is what I like to call the 3 E's of life. We experience, explore, and explain things.
Experience, explore, and explain. Okay, let's start with experience.
Well, we go through something. Something happens.
Okay, then let's start with explore.
How it makes us feel, dealing with it.
So you after the experience, you now use exploring it. What happened.
Right.
So you're actually going back through it, trying to, in your heart and your mind, whatever, or if you talk to somebody about
what you've gotten from it.
Yeah.
That's exploring.
Okay, now explaining.
Is the advice part, talking about it, but sometimes we negate the exploration process.
So when you are exploring it, when experiencing it, you're in it with, like say if you're in it with someone else, whatever, right? Then when you go to the part where you're exploring it now, because if it was a person you was in with and the breakup is over, so now you're back here with yourself exploring it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then when it comes to the part, it's explaining it. Who are you explaining it with now? That person, or somebody else, or a therapist, or all above?
You can be trying to explain it to yourself.
Oh, okay. It
can be, you ain't got to be talking to somebody per se, but it's just explaining is just acknowledging and owning up to what took place, what happened, how did I get there, the role. It's still connected to exploring it, but you can't fully explain it until you explore it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes because it's supposed to be experienced, explored, and explained. We skip that's what the point about pain, is that we don't allow ourselves to feel or go through it, explore it, and then we jump right into trying to explain something. So if you and I go through something and you ask me how to make me feel, I can't adequately answer that question, explain that to you, unless I go through how it actually made me feel. And allow myself to feel how it's making me feel. Instead of getting mad, going shopping or retail therapy or drinking or developing coping mechanisms to not deal with the actual pain I'm going through. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, chime in.
Because you got to, it makes sense, because when you say about the coping mechanism, if you go drink or if you go do something else, you go shopping and all that kind of stuff, you ain't done nothing. You spend some money.
I hate to cut you off.
No, you don't.
Right. But you can tell, and you and I've been through this, and I'm sure all of you can relate to this. You can tell if you've properly been through something and explored it, or not, if it keeps happening.
The same situation.
How do I
gotta be the same people?
Right. How do I keep finding myself here?
Right.
Because I haven't properly explored what's gotten me here through this experience in the first place. Like that. Thank you, God. That is a key indicator.
So, okay. So let me break this thing down. For like, suppose if you got into something and it's like, okay, now you're in deep, or it's like, how do you, like you said, the same situation, you jump into the same situation, and I don't even know how to answer the question now. Ask the question, but you get the same stuff in the same situation, back to back, where one is like life changing, or life that you living with it now. You're actually living with it, and it's like, this is it, and you can't come out of it, so to speak.
What's the question?
I don't know. How do you deal with that?
How do you deal with?
Like say if you into something, I was just thinking like suppose you really got yourself into a situation, you experienced it, now you're trying to you're exploring it, now you're explaining it, but this is your reality now. This is your life now.
How do you deal with it? I'm not licensed enough at all.
Right, we gotta talk to somebody else and come back with that.
How you
just say you well you just gotta deal with it. I guess you have to get the piece in like just say if you did something stupid and you had to pay the consequences for it as far as maybe jail time. Because you kept doing the same thing. You talk about doing the same thing over and over.
Can you give another example? That's the best you got? That's the best example you got.
Dumb. Inside joke.
Can you give me another example?
I'm trying to think of something now. Okay, let's say
You know what? I don't even care. No, it's fine, bro.
All right.
What's the second question on your thread?
Oh, what's the second question?
You know what? I think I know what it is. But what I'm about letting it go.
How come we can easily tell someone else to let go when we still hold on to issues?
No, I don't. No, not that one.
Oh.
The third
I
one.
care enough to let go so I can live.
Right. What does that mean?
It
Are
means,
you talking about the one that's in pain? You being in pain?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to flip that.
Okay.
What if you're the one that caused the pain?
Okay.
Take it from that angle.
Okay.
You saying, I'm letting go of this because I'm not gonna allow this to keep on.
Because, okay, and the way you're saying that, right? The way you're saying that, I'm letting go of this because I'm not gonna. Obviously, it's doing something to you now, the person that caused the pain. Even if you caused the pain, it's like it almost sounds to me when you said that I'm letting go of this because I'm not gonna keep allowing this. Whatever you was gonna.
That's what it said. You said allow so I can allow myself to live.
Right. So you're saying, even though you know you caused the pain, you're letting go of it so that you can live.
Right.
Because sometimes when we cause pain, we still feel pain because we cause pain. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody. There are some people that may get a thrill out of it. I don't know if it is, but maybe some people get a thrill out of hurting people and causing pain. Then there are some people that are they really remorsefully sorry. I hurt somebody. I don't want to hurt people, and then you're trying to make up for the pain you caused. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. You're bending over backwards. It's just to try to make it right. And sometimes you can't do enough to make it right. You can keep on. So you throw your hands up in the air. Hold up. I've been trying and I've been trying and I've been trying and I've been trying. I want to live now. Because a lot of my energy is focused on trying to make things right for a person or with a person that's going to still point a finger at me no matter what I say, no matter how we all make mistakes. We all fall short. And the Bible says forgive in order to be forgiven. So, you know, it's just beaten down just because I've been there trying to make up for something I've done wrong and just keep on and 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 like what? Then you feel like you're being tortured. Then you feel like you're being like made a joke out of, so to speak.
So, how do you let go? Because
how do you, the person that caused the pain?
Right, because part of the pain it's your
because sometimes let me say this. Sometimes you know you may have done something or someone has said you've done something and it offended them or it hurt them a certain way. That wasn't your intention. But apologize. and let it go. I think it's wrong for the other person, and sometimes we don't know how to let go of pain, but to keep harboring on something, especially when you know a person. If you really know a person and know that, okay, let me sit back and think. Like you say, explore, or you say experience, explore, and explain. So let's go through the experience of a person hurting you. Now go through the experience of somebody hurting me. Let me go through the experience of somebody hurting me. But I know this person. I know their character. Am I going to keep beating them down? Okay, they're trying to make up. How much am I going to keep going through this motion, watching them, and then I'm still suffering, and then watching them go through? Am I getting a kick out of watching them? It's a lot.
That's my next question. Yeah. So the person that caused pain can sometimes end up going through more pain than the person that felt the pain.
Right.
Because I'm already in pain
because I
hurt you. But now I'm in pain from how
you treat me,
based upon how you handling the pain situation that I caused.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that messed up? Because one would say, if you hurt me, if you cause pain to me, whatever it looks like, and now I could be unintentionally causing you pain by keep wanting to talk about it, keep wanting to rehearse it, I don't know, maybe I'm throwing it in your face because I haven't fully forgiven. Do you have room to say, hey, bro, look, I know what I did was wrong, but I ain't going to keep.
Right.
You have room to say that. I'm asking you. You have room to say that.
Why do I want
After how long?
After how long? Shoot, if you can get over it another day, God day to get over, because who wants to keep living their life? Seriously. There we go. Here's go back to the first question. How long do you stay in the pain?
Well,
no, whether you cause it or not. No, you said for how long.
Right, I want you to, right, so you just said whether you cause it or not. I want you to remember the angle, though. We're speaking from the perspective of the person that actually caused the pain.
Right.
So I'm asking, so we have room, as the person that's causing pain or caused pain, we have room to say, listen, bro, I ain't going to keep getting dragged. I hurt your feelings, I know, but listen.
I'm not going to keep getting dragged in the mud for you.
That's okay to say?
Oh, you ain't got to say it like that. You ain't got to say nothing to him, tell you the truth. You can just carry yourself in a different manner.
No, I think it's okay to say. I'm not, but
okay, I mean, you can say it, but because I don't want to keep living that way. So what?
But do you think that's selfish? As the person who caused the pain, remember that's the angle right now. The person that caused the pain, you think that's selfish?
So here's the deal. Everybody has a right to live, no matter what they've done. Sin is sin. There is no big sin, there is no small sin. We all fall short. We all mess up. And I just don't want to be in that situation where I'm hurting someone or expecting someone to stay hurt because they hurt me. I don't ever want to be that person that expect you to stay in pain because you hurt me. I don't even want to, because now I'm doing exactly what you did.
Yeah.
I'm being what I don't like. I'm being what I don't, what happened to me. I'm being that now.
Keep talking. I want to, because it's making me think of something that I wrote a while ago. I want to find it because it applies to this conversation. Here it is. Thank you, God. I wrote this on December 16th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
These are my words.
Okay, they're his words.
It says, I don't think nobody is equipped to handle pain, whether they dish it out or they're receiving it. We sometimes dish things out without realizing what the root of the issue is. We experience something that hurts and we automatically try to explain what we feel, and instead of exploring those feelings, then explaining. We can't properly explain what we didn't thoroughly explore, and when you try to, you're normally dishing out the hurt you received just in a different way. So although I hurt you, I'm not equipped to handle you hurting me back because I've yet to explore the hurt that caused me to hurt you in the first place. And the cycle continues. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So say the last few parts again. Say, go back.
That was good.
That was good because you wrote it.
Although I hurt you, I'm not equipped to handle you hurting me back in return because I've yet to explore the hurt that caused me to hurt you in the first place. So the angle we're coming from is
that okay. So the person got some background root issues that caused them to do what they did.
right.
Right.
So we're coming from the angle that I caused you pain.
Right.
And now you're saying, as the person that caused the pain, I can't handle the pain you giving back to me. I ain't gonna keep on getting dragged through the mud because I hurt you. That's what we're saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
But a part of that is rooted in you don't really even know what caused you
to do what
to
you
hurt
did.
to do what you did to them in the first place.
And here's another thing though.
So that's why
but
our patience run thin with.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Sometimes I was going to say unjustifiable hurt. That's not what I'm looking for. But sometimes people cry hurt and they're not hurt.
Oh boy.
Or they make, huh?
Go ahead.
No, I'm seriously. Or they hurt. Or they. My grandson said to me the other day. My grandson said to me the other day. He said, "When I was younger, you took me on the side of the football field and gave me a beating." Still traumatized about that. And I said, "Well, your behind must need to be beaten." And sometimes we do things in life because the Bible says, "Spare not the rod." It causes us to get whatever treatment that we got for that, and now we're traumatized because we got that treatment because of something we done. Does that make sense?
Yes, I want to use a word here.
Come on, use a word. Use a word.
Because I kind of share in that same experience. Not with the grandson conversation, but the
traumatized part.
Well, no, the
beaten part.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The feeling. Because the root of that feeling is victimization.
So
I want to be the victim.
Okay. So why you want to be the victim?
Well, I'm not saying me. I'm saying in general. I mean, I have had that feeling before, though.
Yeah. I think everybody.
But that's what that is.
Right. So, well, we can't dig down because we need a therapist for real. Like.
Well, I think I'm doing pretty good right now, actually. But that's what it is, though. Is that people who oftentimes think like that want to they want to be the victim in this
or
situation.
Do they want attention?
Well,
or they missing something?
It could be a mixture of the two.
Yeah, because
part of being the victim is getting the attention.
Because sometimes we miss. Like this is one thing that I want to say, and I believe wholeheartedly in. That we I lost my train of thought.
Well, let's. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I think we seek love, and all of us want to be loved, and sometimes we're missing things. And I can speak when I was growing up, missing a lot. But sometimes, and when I look at it now, as I'm older, I look back and I say that I got the best love that they could give me at that time. Could they have done better? I think we all could do better. But I think sometimes we just lash on to stuff and make it bigger than what it really is.
You see, I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Okay, all right.
You know what part of that reason is though?
What?
Because, and I inherit this trait from mother as well. That like nonchalant, it's whatever, I don't care attitude, get over it.
But it's easier said than done. It's easy to say get over it.
I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you in principle, but sometimes you've mastered that in certain areas. So it makes it easy for you to not properly manage someone else's pain.
But why do I have to manage somebody else's
Not
pain?
manage it, but empathize with it.
Okay.
Be patient with it.
But how long do you be patient with somebody's pain?
That
No, I'm asking you. No, let's explore this. Come on. Let's say we experience. Now I'm experiencing the other person's pain. How many years I got to keep experiencing their pain? How many years you got to be patient with the other person's pain? No, seriously.
I'm going to answer you.
Go ahead, answer me. Until they decide they're going to get over it?
No.
What?
Because I do. Let me put a ping here. I do believe you have the right to not be a prisoner to someone's pain.
Right. But?
Even if you caused it.
Okay.
I do believe that.
Okay.
You do your part to rectify it, and...
Okay, go ahead.
However, let me use us as an example. I will be the first to admit that in our relationship, I've had what some would call mommy issues.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing about that is that my mother also had mommy issues.
Mm-hmm.
You would become a little more patient with me dealing with my mommy issues if you properly, not saying you haven't, but I'm saying if you had properly dealt with your mommy issues.
Mm-hmm.
So if you aren't, and this is for anybody out there, if you aren't, or if you haven't successfully navigated or explored those issues that you had from your childhood, of course you ain't got time for me to properly.
You think what you said is like really? You think that is the truth?
What you mean?
Because trying to deal, so you don't think that I've tried to or worked on dealing with the issues that you and I had?
I'm not saying you have it. I'm saying I'm using it as an example of what we may have been through. I ain't saying.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case because for one thing, back in my relationship with my parents and stuff, and not wanting to duplicate that same kind of behavior, I found myself sometimes duplicating it because it's what I knew. And then trying to get away from it and then drawing back to it because it's what I knew still is not an excuse. Because when you know better, because I know it, I got to do better. I know it ain't the right thing to do, but I'm trying to do better. And then when we all, I just believe that when you're a kid, you grow up, and when you become a man, we put away childish things. So when we still hold on to, that's just speaking for me too, when we still hold on to childhood drama, we ain't putting away them childish things. We still, that's just me. That's my take on it. So how do we navigate through that part? Like we just gotta that's why I say, let's go back to that question. When should they let go? When should they say, I'm not going to deal with your stuff no more because I caused you the pain? How long do you think, if it's me and I caused you some pain, I'm sorry, please forgive me. No, I'm going to spin around like a fool. How long should they spin around like a fool and I say, okay?
I think that's so tricky.
What the Bible says.
What?
Forgive. So you go ask for forgiveness and you let it go. See, we are not supposed to still stay in that mess. Neither one of us. So why is it? But why is it okay? Why is it okay? Why is it okay for you to keep spinning around, wanting me to be in your pain, and it's not okay for me wanting to get out of it and live, but still wish you the best? Why do I have to keep suffering in the pain with you and the agony with you? I know I hurt you. I'm sorry.
But some would say that's why.
What?
Because you're the one that hurt me.
Okay. And some would say that's why, but why do we still want to do it? Why do you still want to hurt? And why do you still want to cause hurt? Hurt people.
I just read you that.
Right. But why do we want to cause that pain? Why do we want to let it go and live? That's why this too shall pass don't pass.
I want to. Okay, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say, and help me explore this thought here. I want to say, you're gonna be in this thing with me
until you get over it.
However long it takes for us to get through it together.
But here's the deal: how do us get through it?
We got to keep. So me and my friend had went through a situation, and it just so happened that we were on the phone probably at least 2 hours. Let's just say Monday through Friday. We talked probably Monday through Thursday for 2 hours straight. We would get on the phone for 2 hours. He'd call me back in 5 minutes. Yo, so what did you? I call him back. We on the phone another 2 hours. Same day.
Same going over the same stuff.
Talking and working through it.
Okay.
So it could take a week.
But see, here's the deal. Let's.
That's what I'm saying. However long it takes for us to, because it can't be something that I'm going to do on my own if you help me get it.
But you just said something that was so interesting. And sometimes those closest to you, we ain't giving that kind of time to. So that was a friend of yours that you got off the phone and hung up with and hung up all this other kind of stuff. But there's been times you've been mad at me, you won't even speak to me. Let's put a pin right there.
That's not true.
It is.
That's not. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not. I'm not speaking first. That's not the same thing as not speaking to you.
But who was in that friend relationship? Who was calling each other? Did they call you first?
No, you got no. It was probably me initiating the call.
Oh!
Yeah. You gotta know who you're dealing with.
But still, you see.
You gotta know who you're dealing with.
Okay. So now we can.
I've called you.
Oh, I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just having some fun right there. But I'm just saying we do these kind of things, but sometimes you can't go back and forth with a person in that same day. Sometimes you do have to let it go.
Well, I'm asking you a question directly about however long it took that long for us, or that could have been. Okay,
so suppose it takes.
However long it takes. So if let's give a dramatic example. This is a
dramatic example. Okay, go ahead.
If somebody gets cheated on, this is part of the reason why I won't cheat no more.
No more. Okay.
If I cheat on my girlfriend, I get to tell her. What we saying is, I get to tell her
how to feel,
how long I'm gonna stay. I don't want to keep hearing about me cheating in 3 months down the road. I want to keep hearing about this. If you decide to forgive me for cheating on you, and you stay, and we talk about it and work through it, I don't want to keep hearing about it. Or I don't want to keep having to work through this 6 months down the road, 7 months down the road, 3 months down the road. I can say that. You say I can say that?
You can be that. You can live that. You can choose to say, okay, if we can't get through this, let's let it go. I mean, people do it. It's your choice. It's your decision. You can say, okay, I did this. I'm owning it. And if we say we want to work through it, we're working through it by changing behavior, places and things. And the things that we do, we're changing the way we act now. We're changing it.
I agree with you, but that it is a tough pill to swallow to say I know I hurt you,
it's a tough pill to swallow. However, I've rehearsed pain for so many years with so many different things. I'm just like, did you get to a point in life? Okay, out of all these times that we're rehearsing all this stuff, we're no longer living. We're missing out on a lot of other things.
So that was the angle of letting it go as the person that caused it. When do you let it go as the person that was on the receiving end of it?
The same thing. How long we want to deal with it? Sometimes you think you let it go until you see a person or something happen and triggers you back, and that does not mean that you haven't let it go. It still could trigger an emotion up in you. I think it still can make you feel like, dang. But as long as like if that emotion trigger up in you and you feel it again, do you start living it again? Because now I ain't seen this person. Now I remember all this, and do I now bring it back into my heart and my peace and my space and live it again, or do I like remember? Oh, okay, it happened. Go on.
What's something that you, if you can share, or if you remember, something that you went through that you held on to for too long?
Oh, a church issue.
Y'all need a whole list. Y'all need
that's it.
Out of your 61 years living, that's the only thing you can think of.
Oh no. Oh, it's with my mom. And
so what made it click to say, you know what, I'll let this go?
So they're going tired of it. Tired of rehearsing it.
What does that mean?
I'm over it. I'm just tired of thinking about it. Tired of talking about it. Tired of it. I can talk about it now to help somebody else. Like,
if I could answer that same question,
I thought you meant something recent. That's why I said.
No. I had a hard time. It didn't take long, but the effect hurt more than it stuck around. If that makes sense. I had a hard time going back to work when my business ended. But what made it, I think this is why it's important to have a relationship with God, because sometimes God can make it easier on you with understanding. I think what made it easy to let that go is I knew it was coming at some point. And once you pay attention, or once you realize, or once I realized rather, why it hurt, I'm over this now. So I wasn't hurt because it ended, because we had rehearsed, it's going to end one day. It's not going to be here forever. It hurt because of the way it ended.
Right.
That's what made it difficult. But once I understood, this was always
gonna end.
Part of the plan. It just happened in a way that we didn't expect and suited the way that what we both expected. It made it a lot more easier to understand and deal with it. So to answer the question directly, understanding the why and I guess the importance of the when makes it easier for me to
why it's happening, when it's gonna happen.
Why is happening, and the when is it? Why is it happening? Is a question. Why is it happening now?
Right. Because now's the time. So I guess.
So that makes
and here's another thing. If it continued on, what kind of effect would have taken place then?
Right. Because that was also a thought I had.
Yeah.
Because
right.
No. What I truly believe about that situation is it had to end in order for me to start this.
Right.
Because we were about to I was about to grow, we were about to grow another level in business to where as though I probably wouldn't even been focused on what it is that I want to be doing. So yeah, I think it's important to understand in order to effectively let things go. Why it's happening and the when at what point that it's actually taking place in your life and what it means for that moment in your life. Or what it meant rather.
Well, I agree with that because and also it it also brings you back around where you can help someone else too. I think everything that happens in life can point back to where it can be a blessing in disguise. Not every. I mean, I don't want to say. Well, the Bible says all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord. So if you love the Lord, His word is not false. It has to be true. So no matter what you go through in life, all things work together for our good, even when it's painful. But like you said, you let those some things and move on to some greater. Letting go is not easy. Now, in some situations it may be. It all depends on how long you've been in it, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not always easy.
That's true.
And sometimes it's easier for some. It can be easy for you, and harder for you.
I'll end it here.
Okay.
On my part, you guys chime in if you want.
Thank you.
I recently discovered. I think this is with anything that you let go. You have to, whether it's something you letting go that's painful or just anything. I would say anything. You have to do something with, you have to redirect that energy. So in this situation, we talk about pain, you got to redirect that pain into something else. Or it'll just, that's why sometimes we live in it longer than what we should, because we ain't doing nothing with it.
Right.
Allow that pain
to build something
to fuel you in another area, whether it's you get into a hobby you like, or starting a business, or working out, or reading more, or because that also helps. I mean, those are healthy coping mechanisms, but it also helps deal with the pain in a healthier way.
Right. What you call said something about that on Facebook. It was a post I saw. Man, let me see. This is it. Many people battling with brokenness or insecurity spend hours in the gym. We try to seek healing and security through the justification of our brokenness and wounds. Worship, validation from others. As time passes, you'll find the true healing and strength to be in God. We had to find balance to connect spiritually as well as we heal. I ask myself every day, will you ever fully heal? It's hard. I live with my guards up in this season and proceeding. My assignment is to bring God with me to the gym and everywhere I may go. I do my devotionals while suffering on the Stairmaster. I recite scriptures on the rhythm of lifting weights. This is my mending season. Align yourself as well. It just made me think when you said, that's,
You gotta do something with it.
Yeah. You gotta do something with it.
There we go. End it here. When it comes to pain, to answer all these questions we just had for the last 45 minutes, in order to do something about it, you got to do something with it. And, you have something to say while I say this?
No, go ahead. I might have something to say if you say it.
Well, I was about to close it out. That's what I was.
Oh, you're going to do that. No, go ahead. I'm good.
Do something with it.
Yeah, do something with it. Do something with the pain.
Do something with it.
Something
positive.
productive.
Productive with it, yes.
Yeah, something positive. Do something positive with it.
Because
it's easy to do something positive with it.
It is. If you.
It really is.
Well.
If you want to, even through the hurt.
Well, because we sometimes, and Bishop told me this a long time ago. He was talking about me losing weight. And he told me I was getting skinny. And I responded by saying it was hard work. And he said it was hard work getting fat. You just have. just say whatever. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, he's something else. Oh, no,
Well, his point was. I forgot my point.
His point was heartbreaking fact.
I forgot what point I was making though. I was connected to something. Oh, you said it's easy. I forgot what you said. No, I was saying what you said. You said it was it's hard to let go or easy to let it go.
It's easy.
Oh, you said it's easy to do something productive.
Yeah. So, I don't know what.
Right, but right, that's what I was getting to. It is easy to do something productive. Mm-hmm. Just like it's easy to do something negative with it. Mm-hmm. But we've been conditioned to think doing something productive is hard.
It's hard.
When if doing something productive is hard, doing something negative is just as hard too. Yep. But we don't associate it with that.
Right, because it's so easy to do it. So we think.
So right.
And the consequences. Here's the really hard part of the negative. The consequences of the negative is far worse than the payoff. Let's say the payoff of the negative is far worse. Is worse because the payoff of the positive is not bad. To do the right thing, it's always right to do the right thing. The payoff is good. To do the wrong thing,
I agree.
It causes pain.
Yep.
No matter what the pain is, it causes pain. Okay.
Living life is the longest thing you'll do in the shortest amount of time, and you only get one. So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires, make sure you go out there and get the job done. And remember, while you're doing that, his name is Jesus Christ and not Tom Cruise, because there's no such thing as Mission Impossible, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Last week I did say strengthen him.
Yeah, you said.
I am Mike. This is my mom, and we'll see you guys next time on the Mike and His Mom Show.
See?
Save that trouble for another day. Hey, we're gonna have a good day.